𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ𝐤 is the main protagonist of solo leveling. Originally an infamously weak E-rank hunter, he got the chance of a lifetime when he was selected as the player of the system, granting him the unique ability to grow in strength without restraint. As a result, by taking advantage of the opportunities offered by the system, 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ eventually rose to power as humanity's greatest hunter and the second Shadow Monarch. Appearance. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ is a handsome and muscular young man with gray eyes, black hair, and sharp facial features. When using his powers or agitated, his eyes glow bright purple. He is almost always seen wearing dark colors, particularly black. After slaughtering the monarchs for the second time, he takes to wearing a black glove on his left hand, which was severely scarred in his battle with 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐻. Before being chosen as the player of the system, 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ was a short and scrawny young man with hair long enough to completely cover his ears. His face was also very boyish, making him look even younger than his sister 𝐭𝐚𝐜. As the second Shadow Monarch, 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ is the strongest hunter in the world and one of the most powerful individuals in existence. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ possesses tremendous physical strength. Even before obtaining his true power, he could punch a large hole through the statue of God's face and beat 𝐒𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲, one of the 5 national level hunters, to the brink of death with just his bare hands. After being revived by 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐻 and receiving the full extent of the former's power, 𝐭𝐚𝐜℠'s strength increased to the point where he could effortlessly repel the Frost Monarch's attacks with one hand, kill Rakan in 4 strikes, and even fight on equal footing with Antares, the oldest and most powerful of the 9 monarchs. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ is incredibly resilient to physical damage. He was virtually unharmed when the Ant King punched him in the face, sustaining only a small cut on his lip. He was able to keep fighting back at full strength, even after suffering severe wounds in his battle with the Architect. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ is incredibly fast and can move at speeds so great that most opponents are unable to track his movements. He was agile enough to keep up with the Frost Monarch's attacks during their second confrontation. Upon obtaining his true power, he was able to strike at the Beast Monarch with such speed that the latter didn't even realize he'd been attacked until after 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ had cut off one of his legs. His movements are said to resemble those of 𝐒𝐿, renowned throughout all of Korea for her great speed. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ is incredibly proficient in dagger-based combat. He was able to keep up and defend against the Frost Monarch's attacks, even though the latter had his spiritual body manifestation activated and had eons of battle experience. He would have been able to land a killing blow had Rakan not ambushed him from behind. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ is more than capable of handling himself in unarmed combat, as shown by how he matched the Architect's brutal attacks with his own during their brief fistfight in the Double Dungeon, and later took down 𝐒𝐿𝐴ndrei using only his bare hands. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ can heal his injuries at far greater speeds than normal humans can. His healing abilities also accelerate exponentially when he sleeps. As a result of inheriting Ashborn's powers, 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ no longer ages naturally and has to biologically alter his body to look the age he wants. By the end of the series, he only appears to be in his 30s when he has actually been alive for over 80 years. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ's most astonishing ability is his explosive growth rate, a power unlike any other in the world. Not only does he grow stronger with every battle, but he also receives a massive boost in strength with each victory that he achieves. As a result, it only took him a few months of intensive training with the system to become one of the strongest hunters in Asia. By concentrating his powers around himself, 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ can generate a layer of black armor onto his body. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ can manipulate the memories of other humans to a certain extent by making physical contact with them. So far, he has been shown to be able to erase certain memories from their minds, grant them their memories of the original timeline, and allow them to see into his own memories, as he did with 𝐻𝐻, to inform him of the existence of the rulers and the monarchs. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ can hypnotize people into following the orders that he gives them by snapping his fingers, as displayed when he hypnotized Kim Chul into letting him go and becoming a better person when they encountered each other in the new timeline. However, since he has only ever been shown using this ability once, the limitations to it remain unknown. 𝐭𝐚𝐜ℤ can store an unlimited number of items in his shadow and extract any number of those items for his own use at any point in time. Jinwoo can speak and understand monster tongue, which he uses to communicate with his shadow soldiers and the enemy monsters that he encounters in battle. After gaining all of 𝗿𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗏𝗁 powers, Jinwoo can spread his mana around an area and scan anything in his mana. Jinwoo can use this on a planetary level, as he covered the whole Earth to find Rakan. Due to his loving relationship with his family and his intense drive to become strong for their sake, Jinwoo has an extraordinary level of willpower. He has exemplified this trait even before he became the player of the system, as shown by how he spent 4 years going on dungeon raids to financially support both his sister and his mother, even though he nearly died on almost every raid he ever went on. Jinwoo's resolve to continuously put his life at risk for the welfare of his family was also ultimately the reason why 𝗿𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏 selected him as his successor, as he knew that Jinwoo would never quit fighting for his family, no matter how high the odds were stacked against him. Skills. Jinwoo has 𝐭𝐤𝐜𝐤𝐠𝐫𝐲 blessing. He will have all debuffs and poison magically removed, effectively making him completely immune to any poison and any other harmful effects placed on him. Next, stealth. Jinwoo is able to camouflage with his surroundings and hide all traces of presence, essentially turning himself both physically and magically invisible. He also has bloodlust. He is able to magically intimidate a target into submission. Next, Quicksilver. Jinwoo is able to increase his speed by 30% for a short burst. Then, Mutilation. Jinwoo rips a target to shreds with his daggers. He also has Dagger Rush. Jinwoo barrages a target with his daggers from all directions. Jinwoo's most astonishing skill is Ruler's Authority. He is able to move and control objects via telekinesis. He can also use this ability on the air around him, enabling him to movie and doji attacks while airborne. Next, Dragon Sphere. Jinwoo is able to release a mana-infused shout from his soul that drives anyone weaker than him into a state of intense despair and panic. Then Shadow Extraction, the most powerful skill. He is able to extract shadows from the corpses of his enemies and add them to his army. Next, Shadow Preservation and Shadow Exchange. Jinwoo is able to preserve his shadows in storage and monitor them by perceiving their senses, and he is also able to use shadows as portals to travel vast distances in an instant. Monarch's Domain is also a skill of Jinwoo's. He is able to increase the strength of all of his active shadows by 50% in battle. And there you have it, the extraordinary saga of Sung Jinwoo in solo leveling. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of hunters, monarchs, and unparalleled strength, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share your thoughts and theories down in the comments. I love hearing from fellow fans. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay curious, stay entertained, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.